can we just talk for a second about your thoughts on health, weight, fitness? I know you've talked openly about struggling with weight throughout the years. What for you have you found that works? Everyone now is doing Ozempic. I've heard
Right.
you say that you don't
No,
want to try that,
no,
right?
I don't. And I have a great friend of mine who had a gastric bypass when I did,
Mhm.
had two kids, went up and down like me, battled those 70 pounds that we gained and never lost it after childbirth.
Mm.
Not workout lovers, not exercisers. So like I know that if I worked out regularly, had a like a really good cardio every day, burning 500 or 600 calories, really doing it, that I probably would have maintained my weight.
Mm.
Um, because I do have my little built-in tool of a smaller belly, so I get full faster.
Mhm.
But if you snack all day, it's calories in, calories out. It's not it's a science. It's really very simple.
Mhm.
Are you expending more than you know what I mean? Like that's it.
Mhm.
So if I snack, I gain weight. But I don't want to eat sugar and gluten anymore because I feel like a slave to it. I mean, it really comes down to like it just gets me in a chokehold and
Mm.
I can't break away. When I eat sugar and when I eat gluten, all I think about is sugar and gluten,
Oh, wow.
even in
Okay.
the smallest amounts. So yes, there's traces of it in certain foods, but I really try to eat clean, um, do my own cooking, know what I'm putting in my mouth. And there are days when I want a big handful of Cheetos, and I have
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
And like I satisfy myself doing that. At night when I crave sweets, which I do every day, I have a rice cake. Sometimes it's the caramel flavored or the
Mhm.
apple flavored that has a little bit of sugar in it.
Yeah.
And I'll put a little bit of peanut butter, like a teaspoon or whatever, peanut butter, some sliced bananas, cinnamon. I eat it and it's so good. And that satisfies me. And it doesn't make me go into a crazy spin where I'm like, oh my God, chocolate. Okay. Oh, donuts, this, that, ice cream. I I'm okay if I just have that. So
Yeah.
I'm not perfect like that, but no more desserts. I will not do it. And it's been since September of last year. So I've never eaten this way ever. And I miss croissants and baked goods like a lot.
Mm.
But I'll bake for other people. Sometimes, and this is like it's not like something that I think is good to talk about, but I do sometimes. I taste it and spit it out.
Mm.
But it's not like I'm doing this all day. Once in a while, if I really want to taste it, I'll chew it and I'll just go to the sink and spit it out and rinse my mouth out.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is not the worst thing in the world,
Yeah.
but it's not something that I would say, do this. Great way but I do it once in a while.
So it's interesting that you say that though, because I think there's so many people that will come on a show or whatever and say, you have to eat vegetarian, you have to eat
Right,
protein only.
right.
And it really, I think that's personally, I think that's really restricting because it makes people crave what they can't have.
Okay.
And so has it really worked for you that if you just eat in moderation and try and cut out the sugars and the things that can be really addictive and dangerous, that you will see results on the scale?
I cannot eat sugar and like gluten stuff like bread, pastas, baked goods. I can't eat that because
Yeah.
no matter if it's a bite or two, then I want more. But so that I don't even do in moderation.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so but I guess you would say it would be moderation if I'm having the rice cake that has a little bit of sugar on it. You know what I
Mm.
mean? But
Yeah.
like that is that to me before was I would go, ew, no, I
Mm.
want to have just a couple bites of cake or I
Mm.
want to have half of a donut, but I can't do that. And when I stopped, that's when the weight just started melting off. So I don't, I mean, Monjaro and Ozempic might work for certain people. It curbs their appetite, right? And that's great.
Mhm.
But I don't want to do that because I don't want to risk any side effects.
Yeah.
That's what I'm genuinely scared of. I don't know what's going to happen in the future with these drugs and
Mm.
people. I mean, people are going to the hospital for it. They're having weird gallbladder stuff. They're having weird s- belly stuff. And I have a lap band over a bypass. I don't
Mm.
want to mess with anything right now. I'm good. So
Yeah.
that's okay. If it works for them, great. If it works for somebody else, great. But for me, it's dietary, restrictive, and I just feel better. I
Yeah.
don't feel as inflamed. You know what I mean? I was really like inflammation was bad before,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
real bad.
Yeah, I think it's also, again, I think it's so important for people to realize what works for them is what's important. And that feeling of like,
Yeah,
you're not lactose or intolerant or gluten, what is it? Allergic to gluten?
celiac, no, no, no,
No. Okay.
not. Although, like, I fart a lot, so I think like I have a lot of gas. Like, I don't know, I'm just a farter, so like vegetables still make my stomach go woo like
Yeah.
nuts, like somersaults,
Right.
and I don't know if that's ever going to change. So, gas sex is my middle name, and
Yeah.
it's just the truth. Whatever.
I love a
Um,
good gas X. I love it.
oh my God, I know. And now there's a new one called, what's the other one? Phasime.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Visine, Phazon, whatever, that's good too.
Okay.
So whatever, I think it's just a natural thing, and some people are more flatulent than others,
Right.
But I find it funny, so that's a whole other conversation
Yeah.
because that's a real
That's hysterical.
right.
All
Yeah.
right. So how many episodes are out now of your show? And is there going to be a second season?
So we're episode 4 is coming up. It's like a
Yeah.
Mother's Day thing. So my sister Wendy from Wilson Phillips and my mom comes in at the end. Really cute. We make
Great.
fresh bread. Fresh bread. Speaking of carbs and bread, oh God. But yeah, so I taste it and then I in the sink, but you don't see
Right.
that. Anyway, we do bread and a breakfast casserole. So good.
Mm,
There's 12 episodes, and we are waiting for the green light for season 2, which
okay.
I think is going to happen. And a bunch of guests are waiting. My good friend Joey Fatone from NSYNC is like, I can't wait to have him on.
Oh, I
So
love
I
him.
do think we'll have a season 2. Yeah.
Oh, good. I hope so. And this is on what's the network? Access? Is that how you
Yes.
pronounce it?
Access TV,
Okay.
AXS TV. And yeah, it's like good old fashioned cable. It's
Yep.
it's kind of hard to find if you don't have it, but you can find it. But it's Spectrum and DirecTV has it, and there's a way to find it. But Access is great because it's a music channel, and
Mm,
it's the perfect home for it, I think. Really,
yeah.
really fits sort of the energy of the show.
Yeah.
It's Yeah, it's
And
fun.
people can scroll down your Instagram and see some clips just to get a little taste of
Yeah,
it, but
a
it's
taste of it.
really, really cute.